Very good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for this post-play engagement with Keegan Peterson. A reminder to everybody to please just indicate on the chat panel if you would like to ask a question.
Thank you, Spokazi. Keegan, firstly, congratulations with the knock today. I would like to, something that we never speak about or ask about is about the assistant coaches. I would like to focus on the batting consultant, Justin Summons. What impact has he had in your career thus far for the Proteas? And perhaps maybe moving on late in your career with the Proteas, would you perhaps be interested in moving in and opening up the batting?
Justin's been good, specifically with the batters leading up to this test match. We have identified a couple of shortcomings since the previous test match, and I think he's been good in that sense in helping us almost correct that and work on our weak points. And to be honest, where I bat, I'm not really fussed. I'll take any chance I get, wherever it is.
Ken?
Thanks, Sips. How's it, Keegan? Very well batted. Going into the third day, I mean, you seem to show a lot of determination this morning, but you also batted positively, took your scoring opportunities. Do you think the pitch is getting any easier to bat on, or do you think it's going to be tough again tomorrow?
I think it's going to be tough for the rest of the test match. That pitch is definitely not getting better to bat on, or easier to bat on, I would say. Yes, it was good bowling this morning. I was saying to Barts this morning as well. I think it's a top quality bowling attack, and they keep you on your toes all the time. So yeah, I'm happy. I wish I could have done more to get the team into a better position, but yeah, we'll take it as it comes.
Dennis after Ken, and then Sanele, Telford, Stuart, Kaniso, and then Shafiq.
How's it, Keegan? Well batted. It seems like you have a very solid and good technique. Where did you sort of hone your skills, and where did you work on that technique? Was there anything that you did specifically?
Thank you. Thank you, firstly. My technique, I don't know, I've just batted the same way since I was a kid, and that's all. Probably thanks to my dad. It's only the only guy I've basically been working out through all my life. So I always tell everyone that he probably knows my technique and my game better than I do. So yeah, that's just it comes naturally, I think.
Sanele?
Thank you so much, Spokazi. Hi, Keegan. Very well batted today. I just wanted to find out from you. We've heard what the analysts have to say in terms of the struggles that batsmen have as soon as you get to the half-century mark. But from your perspective, what would you say is the greatest challenge has been for you guys when you get to that point, particularly for you earlier on today?
Yeah, they say it's a wicket where you never really in. So when you do get to that half century, you get some kind of sense that, okay, I'm in now. So it's only human to make that error. I think that's probably where we faltered. But yeah, that's the one department I think we can improve on. But nevertheless, I think it was a decent effort given the conditions and all. That's not used as an excuse, but yeah, I wish the guys that did get in could have kicked on to get us in a better position. But yeah, we are where we are right now.
KP, just before we get on to the next question, can you give us your dad's full name and just tell us a little bit about him? Did he play cricket before? And if so, where and to what stage?
My dad's name is Dirk Peterson. He played cricket back in the day a little bit. I don't know the complete history of it. I was still a kid back then when he was probably at the back end of his career, playing with a club cricket and all. And that's where I was dragged along to the club games and fell in love with the game all from that time. And if you could ask the people that I know back home, they would always see my dad throwing thousands of balls to me in the nets all the time. And that's probably where I learned my trade.
Lovely. Telford, you can go ahead.
How's it, Keegan? Very well played. Can you give us, please, the answer that Sipukazi would have told you to give when you asked about Rassie van der Dussen's dismissal? And then can you tell us what you really thought of it, please?
I swear I didn't have a word in.
Now, for for safety purposes, I don't really want to comment on that. That's the umpire's decisions. I think we are in a game where we just have to take what they give us, no matter what we think. If it's out or not out, I do think it's just some are going to go your way, some aren't, and yeah, that's not what you can do about it.
Stuart?
Thanks, Sipakazi. Well batted, Keegan. Just on the conditions that were out there, can you sort of give us a sense specifically what is the hardest part of batting out there? Is it facing the Indian bowlers? Is it the pitch? And then just going further, which was harder, batting last night for that hour or the session this morning?
I think definitely the session this morning, the Indian bowlers did come out guns blazing, and they bowled very well. And it was a very challenging 2 hours to bat there. So I'd say both the conditions and the way they executed their plans or strategies or whatever they had to bring to us. I think it was just both good bowling, and the wicket was just a bit tricky.
Good evening, Keegan. I was about to ask Telford's question, but it's fine. I still have another question. In the manner in which Ajinkya Rahane and Chiteshwar Pujara batted in particular, you, to an extent, and especially Themba, were able to take the game to the bowlers. With how the pitch is behaving, is that the best way to actually approach this game now that we're approaching day 3?
I'm not actually sure what's the right way to bat here, and evidently the attacking option was it worked out for a couple of guys, but it wasn't really overly attacking. I think it was more just pouncing on the bad ball when it does come and making the most of it, because there weren't many. So whatever they had to offer, we had to take.
Shafiq, and then we'll finish with Firdaus.
Hi KP, mooi gespeel vandaag. Do you feel that you, now that you've gotten to 62, that you have test hundreds in you, and do you feel settled on the stage now?
I'm completely confident that I will get to that milestone eventually. I thought today was that day, but it wasn't to be, and it won't be the last. Like I say, I'm confident that I will get there.
Firdaus?
Hi, Keegan. Keegan, you're speaking a lot about the difficulties of batting on this pitch, and obviously South Africa will have to bat last. Realistically, what would you say is chaseable?
I don't know. We haven't put a number to it yet. The more they get, the more difficult it's going to be for us to get. Like I said, it's a difficult bowling attack to come up against. So realistically, I'd say anything under 200 maybe would be a good total to chase. But the more they get, the more far away it gets for us, and the more we have to get stuck in there again.
Thanks very much, everyone, for joining us.